It's time for another edition of Focus Forward here on Studio 3. My name is Jamie Salinas, Executive Director of Forward Worthington. Of course, you can see right here the collaboration of the Worthington Area Chamber of Commerce, the Worthington Regional Economic Development Corporation, and the Worthington Area Convention and Visitors Bureau for Worthington and the Worthington area. This time, we're here in our office, as you can plainly see, and we're going to be talking with Ryan McGahey from the Worthington Area Community Foundation. You are familiar with Ryan. He's been in the area in the media for the Worthington area for a number of years. Worked with the Globe and is now right now on. You hear him doing your news on your Radio Works family of radio stations. So, Ryan, thanks a lot for coming on. We appreciate it.
My pleasure, Jamie. Nice to be here.
So let's go. I know, right? Yeah, exactly. It's like, how about this? We're talking to Worthington Area Community Foundation, and you know, this is one of those organizations that over the years, people aren't from. Even though this organization has been around for a number of years, a lot of people don't really know. So tell us about what the Worthington Area Community Foundation is.
Well, as you mentioned, I guess I can go back to the history first, which is 1991 was when the foundation was started up. Then mayor of the community, Robert Demuth, wanted to get something going after. I guess there was a query made. There was a person that wanted to make a gift to kind of perpetuate that money, start a foundation essentially, but there's not the avenue for that at the time. So Mayor Demuth and a few other people got together. I believe the first gift may have been for just $1,000 or something like that. Then a few other small gifts came in, and then finally a big $10,000, big for the time, I guess $10,000 gift was made. And then since then, the foundation has just continued to grow. We give out, I think the number last year was a little more than 20 grants to area and community nonprofit organizations, kind of like the Worthington Area United Way in a sense, but certainly some of the same groups, other groups that don't necessarily get United Way money. So, in other words, we're really trying to help the community organizations that are nonprofits continue to advance their mission and thereby not just benefit them, but benefit the region as a whole.
Yeah. One thing important to note here as well is the Worthington Area Community Foundation is gets a lot of support from Southwest Initiative Foundation.
That's correct. Now, when the foundation first started, it was under the guise of the Minnesota Foundation, I think. But then the Southwest Minnesota Initiative Foundation became, I don't want to say the overseer necessarily, but they We take action as a board, but for instance, when we approve all of our grants, the SWIFT will basically say, all right, you can, they have the final administrative, they are the ultimate administrators of what we do here in Worthington. Mm-hmm. And we actually have an employee of SWIFT who's been coming fairly regularly to our meetings, and we work pretty regularly with a guy up there, Jeff Vetch, who kind of helps us keep on track and make sure that we're doing our job in giving boosts to the area organizations that we fund.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm definitely answering questions and offering guidance as needed as well. Talk about a little bit about you spoke about the mission and the goal really already. Let's talk a little bit about the grant application process, because there is one of those. Yes. Like any other organization that's a charitable organization or others.
So typically, at the start of August, we put that application on WGTNAreaFoundation.org. So right in the beginning of August, we make that available, and people can go on to the website, and it should be pretty self-explanatory. Mm-hmm. People now have been more or less aware that that's how it's done. And what I mean by that is that we have a lot of repeat applicants. Mm-hmm. And then, for instance, a few organizations that haven't applied in a few years, or that we may think, well, gee, why haven't they applied? we'll reach out to them sometimes, but a lot of it is actually just people going on and like, well, it's that time of year again. We got to apply for the Worthington Area Foundation funds. And so you can apply till September 30th each year. And so we'll have a meeting in date to be determined, probably in the middle of October sometime. And we'll review the grant applications and figure out who's going to get how much.
And there will be an award ceremony of some sort, probably late November, early December, something like that.
Yeah, we've done that in the past. Last year, I believe it was done at First State Bank Southwest, and I know there was one year with COVID that we did it at the event center, and people drove up and we handed them their awards through the window, as I remember, right? And with that, we're hoping, and this is still kind of in the planning stages, but we're hoping to do something a little different for our awards presentation this year. You may remember, if you've been kind of watching the foundation in action for a while, that there used to be an event where you could get snacks and things like that, and maybe there was a presentation. We've got some planning to do, but we feel that it's kind of important for the story of the foundation to be told a little bit more than maybe it has in the last couple of years, and whether that involves people that are receiving grants about giving a testimonial of sorts as to how the WAF money has helped them or something to that extent. So anyway, we're looking at that for probably December sometime when we do that awards presentation.
There's been going along with that, in telling the story and kind of reestablishing ourselves in the community. It's there's been some rebranding that have gone on. That's gone on, and updated the logo, for example.
Yeah, we're working on that right now. Actually, it's pretty exciting. One thing that's been asked over the years on a few different occasions is why the Worthington Area Foundation. There are a lot of organizations under SWIFT, or that are overseen by SWIFT, if you will, that are community foundations. And another thing that often happens is that the Worthington Area Foundation gets confused with the Worthington Regional Healthcare Foundation. And so we're looking now, not official by any means, but we're looking at becoming the Worthington Area Community Foundation. I was going to flip it around, but the Worthington Area Community Foundation. And it may not sound like much of a name change, but we're hoping that just the adding of the word community will give it a little bit of extra separation, if you will. One thing that we're also talking about, you alluded to the rebranding, and that doesn't involve just the name, but the logo. We've got some that's going to involve new font, a new art, letterhead, all that good stuff. Yeah. So we began looking at that a little bit last meeting, and hopefully we'll come to a decision on that in October. And I guess the hope right now is that in December, when we have our award presentation, that we will kind of unofficially unveil all of that.
Yeah, very good. We have with the new year come new board members, and you've managed to recruit a number of folks.
Well, yeah. We had a board that had some turnover. I mean, a lot of terms expired, and so we went out and we got, I believe, 4 or 5 new members. Running it down in my head, Beth Rickers from the Nobles County Historical Society joined the board, and Tanner Rogers and Trevor Nickel and Christina Adame, and maybe that was it. Maybe those are the 4.
Yep.
And so other than that, the board is comprised of myself, who was voted chair because people were drinking before the event. I don't know.
Let's vote for Ryan.
There was no campaign of any kind. It was more like, well, let's give it to him. He won't mess it up too bad, I guess. There's me, and there's Jessica Noble, and, of course, Chris Honze, and Dana Oberlo, who's been the treasurer.
Yeah. So a great board, a lot of hardworking folks on this board here. Now,
and if I may, we're looking at maybe growing the board by another couple people too. The talks are about that. We have some employers in the community that are large employers that aren't represented on the board. So the thought is that we may reach out to them and see if they are interested in being part of that. This part of the what we do here at the Worthington Area Foundation.
Yeah, very good. Important to note. All board members always needed it. Looking at the contact info here, email address and a phone number. Now, one thing to note is that the Worthington Area Foundation does not have a physical address, and in fact, we accept their mail on their behalf. So any mail that's sent out for the Worthington Area Foundation does get sent, and we do accept it here at the Forward Worthington office, as well as phone calls. Any phone inquiries, as they say, that regarding the Worthington Area Foundation, we do accept here at the Forward Worthington office as well. Phone number for here, of course, 507-372-2919. But they do have an email, right?
WGTN Area Foundation at gmail.com.
There we go. He's Ryan McGaha. He is the board chair for the Worthington Area Foundation. Remember, when you see Ryan out on the streets, make sure that you remind him that you saw him here and that he did an interview on Focus Forward here on Studio 3.
Opinions about this interview to yourself.
We got to talk about what's coming up on the community calendar. We'll do that next. Welcome back to Focus Forward. My name is Jamie Salinas, Executive Director of Forward Worthington. And let's talk about what's coming up here on the community calendar. We've got fun stuff coming up, fun shows coming up over at the Memorial Auditorium. And October 5th, which is going to be coming up that's a Saturday, 2 o'clock, it's going to be the Oktoberfest Polka Party. You can get in on that. November 1st, at 7 o'clock, it's going to be 512, The Magic of the Music of Selena. If you remember Selena from the 90s Tejano singer that rose to fame and then had a tragic death at the hands of the president of her fan club. A meteoric rise and a tragic fall, unfortunately, but it's going to be, her music is amazing, and you can experience that music at the Memorial Auditorium, of course. 9 to 1, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. is when the box office at the Memorial Auditorium is open for ticket purchases. What else we got going on? Farmers Market. I know we're getting to be near the end, but still a handful of weeks left for the Worthington Farmers Market. Of course, still Tuesdays from 3 to 6 over at the Downtown Pavilion at the corner of 10th Street and 2nd Avenue. Saturdays, of course, it can still be found at the Ace parking lot from 7 a.m. until noon. Just a few more weeks of that. It will wrap up for the season at the end of October. What else we got coming up? Speaking of October 12th, it is the annual Sassy Saturday. Of course, there is a kickoff event that morning at the Nobles County Fairgrounds. They'll distribute the up to 150 bags of shopping bags that lots of folks that will go through and grab those bags. Very popular item. And then it's a shopping day all around Worthington for Sassy Saturday. There will be a lunch sponsored by Avera. That'll be at your Worthington Hy-Vee, and each of those 150 bags that are distributed will have a special $5 coupon for lunch at Hy-Vee for that, and we thank Avera Medical Group for sponsoring that lunch. That'll be from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. on Saturday, October 12th. The Style Show will also be at the kickoff event at the Nobles County Fairgrounds. Once again, going to be a drive-through event for that. And then finally, the annual Early Risers Kiwanis Grocery Dash, very popular event that started just a few years ago. Tickets are being sold at your Worthington Fairway, $10 a ticket, being sold now until I would say probably the 15th or the 16th of October. And the grand prize, as always, is a 2-minute shopping spree at your Worthington Fairway. Second prize is a $200 gift card to Fairway, and third prize is a $100 gift card to Fairway as well. The winning ticket's going to be drawn. Those winning tickets will be drawn on October 17th, and then the grand prize winner will have that 2-minute shopping spree at Fairway on Monday, October 21st at 8 o'clock. The store will still be open to the public at that point. If you want to go check it out and see who the grand prize winner is and what they end up choosing to be part of their grand prize 2-minute shopping spree. But those tickets, of course, through the Early Risers Kiwanis, and I'm sure you'll see them right by the entrance as you go into your Worthington Fairway. That is going to do it for another Focus Forward here on Studio 3. My name is Jamie Salinas, Executive Director of Forward Worthington. We'll see you next time.